What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back once again, and we're going to be talking about the continuation of the video I posted the other day about Palpatine being a clone. Now, there's a lot to discuss about this because this actually fixes a lot of issues in Rise of Skywalker, but this also generates more opinionated as well as also facts within the film, as well as in the novels and the upcoming novel. So, I really want to talk about what has been going on within the lore because we have a lot of possibilities of what happened with Palpatine, and I know I talked about a little bit briefly on possibilities that could happen, which may be brought up, such as when did he transfer his body, or his essence, I should say, to another body? Now, was Snoke a degenerated clone that was a failure? Um, this I was really thinking about, and I decided against a theory. I figured I'd talk to you guys about it. Was Snoke some kind of generated or degenerated version of Palpatine that Palpatine used so that way he could still have everyone think that he was still dead? Now, I firmly believe that maybe he did this to somehow make it look like he was still, again, he was a puppet master. He was a puppet master through the Clone Wars, through the Empire, and he still was a puppet master, even though he was in the shadows doing this. And what really astounds me is that Luke, Leia, Han, everyone knew about Snoke at some point. But at the same time, it makes me wonder if they go just into a little bit at some point about Snoke's either origin of how he became, the so-called supreme leader of the New Order. Obviously, they were loyalists to the Empire. That is the reason why they were trying to become the First Order. So obviously, Palpatine probably heard about this, and I guess he had, okay, well, if they ain't gonna follow me, they'll probably follow someone. And after so many years, then he'll just take over and be like, hey, this is really me doing it. So maybe that could have been the thing, and maybe he was trying to have Snoke become even stronger, so that way he could see if his body was able to have that kind of power. But I don't think he anticipated Kylo killing Snoke or that generated clone of Palpatine. Because again, I want to say, and this would make so much more sense if they actually confirmed, which I believe they did, if Snoke was the actual so-called degenerated clone of Palpatine, which if they do, I think it will fix a lot of issues within the lore, as well as also issues if Snoke was a failed clone, but at the same time used to Palpatine's own benefit, to where he was the rising villain or the rising star in the ranks of the galaxy, and he basically had his uh, name known throughout the galaxy. But then Palpatine was the one working the strings, to where even though he was still heavily damaged in possibly his own another body, to where he can control that one, but I guess he was still trying to control that clone. So don't know how many clones there were. There was a lot of test tubes in Rise of Skywalker where you see Kylo go down into the depths of that, where you see the statues and everything of that nature, which is really cool, but at the same time makes you wonder how many clones did Palpatine have as a backup, to where how many you wonder, was Snoke the possible first failure, or was he another failure, or was he just an alternated plan of Palpatine through the cloning process? Because you have where a man that was obsessed with ruling the galaxy for many, many years, and then all of a sudden he just goes, "Oh, hey, guess what? I'm gonna go in the same body." That makes no sense to me, because why would he go in a older version of himself when he just go in a younger version of himself where he was in his prime? And that's what I know they did in the comics, and he faced Luke at this point. Now, this would have been cool if they would have put it in the movies, but I think honestly there is more of a connection with Snoke as well as Palpatine. But again, it's probably already out there, but I figured I'd just go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on it. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, still about subscribing. Let me know if you guys thought that Snoke was a deformed clone of Palpatine. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. If you guys are new to the channel, still about subscribing. Links down below, and I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I'll see you on the next one.